Aquarius, hello, welcome to this channel. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. And if you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email to schedule a reading. Now, let's see what's coming through for you. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. Aquarius. All right. Aquarius, your cards are Seven of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Four of Pentacles, and Chariot. Okay, Chariot's energy is ruled by Cancer and Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius. It could be that these signs are in your chart, or it could be the energy that you are around. So Chariot's energy is something to do with travel, it's coming through travel. On the other hand, so these are your cards: Seven of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and Four of Pentacles. So it's like, what is it that you are avoiding here? There is something you are avoiding. You don't want to face it. Change is right next to this card. So it could be that there are something is changing and you don't want to. This is how the card showed up. So yeah, something is changing and you don't want to face it. So you are making a quick exit. And the Four of Pentacles energy is something that you are holding on to. You are feeling protective towards. So it could be ideas, it could be beliefs, it could be something to do with stability, security, safety, concerns. Trust issues may come up with both these cards. Also, yeah, so because of all these things, it might influence your choices and your decisions, okay? So, and also communication style. So just be aware of that. It's important to be conscious of the choices and decisions we are making in order to make sure we are moving in the right direction and not opposite direction, in the direction of what is it that we truly want to experience. Sometimes there is a disconnect. Sometimes there are things that we want, but we make choices and decisions that are not aligned to our goals, what we want to experience, and then we then we worry like why this is not happening. The reason why is because maybe the decisions are not aligned, the actions are not aligned with what is it that we truly want to experience. So that is something to be mindful of, choices, decisions. On the other hand, Chariot's energy is self-control, meaning you know what the distractions are, you know what you are coming across, but you are in control. You are not taking part. You are not letting your mind play games with you. Instead, you are in control of your senses. So you are, what that means is it could also be inner conflicts for some of you, conflicting thoughts, ideas in your own mind. On the other hand, it could also be external. So it could be people's opinions, their expectations, things like that. So whatever it is, that what I'm seeing is opposing ideas, forces, things like that, and which is very challenging sometimes when we are not aware. This pulls us in different directions, and then we that can lead to some mistakes, wrong decisions and things like that. So just be aware of that energy. On the other hand, it's important to know what you want. It's important to know clearly what is it that you want, what is it that you want to experience, so you can move in the right direction. Chariot's energy is also about feeling stuck. It's like a turning point, and where sometimes it's not. We won't know like whether to go right or left. So when we, so that's the reason why I said it's important to know very clearly what you want to experience, so you can then make the right, you can then take the right action and move in the right direction. So for some, literally, it could be that you are on a road trip and you are coming across a roadblock, and now you have to take a detour. So listen to your own intuition. So that's the reason we should always carry our GPS, right? GPS is, so if you are going somewhere, make sure that you have your GPS. On the other hand, it could also be inner GPS. So meaning listening to your own intuition, listening to your own past experiences, listening to your own wisdom, things like that. So Seven of Swords, on the other hand, it also has to do with something to do with communication, Aquarius. So it's important to be, so depending upon where you are, what you are doing, what I'm seeing is it could be that you are leaving something midway. So it could be you leaving a group, it could be you going somewhere and you are not telling others that you are going away or something like that. So or it could also be that you are being a little bit secretive. Are you keeping things to yourself? Maybe there is a valid reason why you don't want to share, but I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just the energy, okay? You keeping things to yourself. It doesn't have to be true for everybody, okay? Maybe it won't resonate with a lot of people watching, but maybe some of them. So when it comes to like, yeah, Four of Pentacles here is like, it could be like you may come across like headaches, congestion, sinus issues, something to do with physical health, okay? So just be aware of that. So it also has to do with emotions, like what is it that you are choosing to hold on to? Like if it feels heavy, do you want to just let it go? So again, not just reading the energy, not giving any suggestions, but it's something that you can ask yourself. If it feels heavy and if you are not comfortable holding on to whatever this is, then is there a better way to do things, better way to handle this situation? For this is like your hands are full, Aquarius. So it may have something to do with the responsibilities or what you are carrying or holding on to emotionally. Something to do with your vehicle. It could be that you are buying a new vehicle and you are getting a good deal, okay? So if it's or if you come across any like any issues, you will find the right person and you might not have to spend a lot of money. Yeah, so you are getting a good deal. But if you are going on a road trip or something, you might just want to get a thorough inspection done, so you are not stuck in the middle of the road. Okay. Something to do with a roommate situation, or it could also be people in your life. What I'm seeing is opposing ideas. It could be partnerships, it could be friendships, it could be people you work with. So opposing ideas. All right. So Aquarius, what's happening in the sky? I'm reading for the week of July 21st. So on the 22nd, Sun moves into the sign of Leo. So we are moving into a new season from Cancer to Leo. Now Cancer is ruled by the moon and Leo is ruled by the sun. So from a moon period to sun period. So we will feel that energy, So Cancer is all about home, family, creativity, spirituality, emotions, feelings, water energy, and Leo is fire energy. Leo is ruled by the sun, so it has to do with light, and it has to do with what lights us up, this could mean receiving inspiring thoughts, ideas, feeling more energetic and getting things done. Things like that. And Leo energy also has to do with self-expression, authenticity. And with Seven of Swords, that's what the card is reminding you. Do you want to have a direct conversation? This is where you are not having a direct conversation. So, yeah, do you want to, like for instance, it could be that you want to find out how someone is doing. Maybe you want to talk to somebody, and this is where you are saying something else. So you are not talking about the things that you really want to talk about. You are still reaching out to the person, but you are not being honest about what is it that you really want to talk about. So maybe you don't want to this is you not sharing your feelings. You are not being honest about your own feelings. So you are keeping it to yourself. And maybe you don't want the person to know. That could be the reason. All right. So, yes, authentic self-expression is important. On the other hand, on the 24th, we have new moon happening in the sign of Leo. Now, new moon is all about new beginnings. However, we are also in the retrograde season. Mercury retrograde is happening on the 17th. And it's happening in the sign of Leo. So Mercury rule is all about communication. It has to do with technology, information. So retrograde is a time when we might come across some communication challenges, communication issues, misunderstandings, miscommunication. Okay. I'm repeating myself. So, yeah, and it could also be technical issues, things like that. So just be aware of that. Again, this is the time when we want to be direct in our communication. But then it all depends upon the situation, where you are, who you are with, and things like that. So you want to make your own decision. Don't listen to me. On the 26th, Moon in Virgo squares Uranus in Gemini. So square has to do with tension that can lead to, and that's what I'm seeing here, the opposing energy. So yes, so this can lead to a sense of restlessness. Like for instance, if things are not going the way we had expected, that can lead to that sense of restlessness, and then we might just do something just for the sake of it, because our mind doesn't like uncertainty, and when it doesn't feel comfortable, it just do something to make us feel comfortable. So control issues may also come up. So just be aware of what's happening in the sky. It's about being aware and then working with this energy and not against it. So yeah, if something is not going the way you had expected, then it's important to remain flexible, and also patience is also important. This is where you are making a quick judgment, a quick decision to leave something. So if that is you, so just be aware, do you want to give it some space, some time to maybe you will find some new insights. All right, so that's what's happening in the sky, Aquarius. Now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. So Aquarius, your message is unlimited ideas. Wheel of Fortune is in the middle of the reading. Okay, this may have something to do with past, present, and future all coming together, meaning a great opportunity for you to, if you are conscious. Sometimes we are not, right? Even with all our knowing, sometimes we are not conscious. So yeah, past, present, and future. It's like wheel of time from a spiritual perspective. Wheel of Fortune here has to do with wheel of time, meaning our life moves in circles. You know, sometimes we come across the same situation again and again. We have to go through the same thing again and again in order to learn the lessons. So it's a great opportunity in the sense that when we are aware, when we are conscious, then it will be possible for us to respond in a different way and create a new experience, you know, and break old patterns. So is there something, is it time for you to let go of old patterns, beliefs, if there is anything, you know? I mean, we all are going through different things. Don't shoot the messenger. So this is a general reading, right? So if you are good, then amazing. But if there is those of you who are watching, and if there is something you are coming across which may feel, if it feels like, oh, I went through this and now like I don't want to go through this again, then it's an opportunity for you to make a different choice, take a different, do something differently this time around, so you can then create something new. So something to do with old patterns. And this is, this situation is also teaching you what you have learned, what, our past experiences, there is wisdom in it, there is a value in it. So it's all about taking the lessons. When we take the lesson, then these experiences becomes precious, So yeah, so maybe this is your chance, Aquarius. This is a great opportunity where you can apply what you learned to get out of that pattern, to break the pattern. So a breakthrough moment is what I want to say. An opportunity to create a breakthrough. But for some, it could just be that you have to now spend money on something, and you don't want to do that. So unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Yes, taking action is important. This is where you are not doing anything about it. So just be aware of that. It could mean that you don't want to get hurt if it has something to do with relationships, it could be that you are not sharing your feelings because you don't know what to expect, so you are keeping it to yourself. On the other hand, it could also be your beliefs around stability, money beliefs, things like that, abundance, beliefs around abundance. For some, it could also be something to do with health. So just be aware. The card is reminding you that there is an opportunity, but you have to take action. So the message is your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So Aquarius, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. I hope you have a great week ahead. Take care. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next reading.